Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's premium review in which we are taking a look at the P-38K, which is a US special bundle plane which only becomes available very rarely. I already had a review up on this plane, but it's quite old when it was released for the first time, and I decided to look at it again as a lot has changed and a lot of flight models have been tweaked. This plane sits at 5.3 battle rating and is an excellent plane in both AB and in RB. The plane has excellent speed and has great initial acceleration in a dive. The overall acceleration is good, but in a dive the initial acceleration is good, and after that it starts to slack off a little bit. The top speed in a dive is not the best, and the energy retention eventually is alright, but it's not stellar. So when you're diving away from an LA9, for example, you will first extend, and after that he will slowly catch up. And you've got to be really careful with your speed management in this plane. Not only against the Russian, that's against more enemies, but you can escape from people initially without a problem in this plane, that's for sure, especially if you hold high ground. The initial dive on this plane is so fantastic that you can make a good gap, and most often the gap is big enough to escape, for example to an airfield, to repair if you're damaged, or to reload if you are out of ammo. But if you are all the way on the other side of the map, there is a chance that planes with very good energy retention will catch up to you eventually. But yeah, let's put that aside for now. The plane also has great climb rate, so the getting to that high altitude that this plane needs to perform in its preferred boom and zoom role is very possible. You are often the highest plane, and that is fantastic. I like that. I like to work from high altitudes and work my way down. So that is fantastic, suits my playstyle excellently. The armament on the plane is like all the other P-38s. It has one 20mm cannon AN M2 with a 150 rounds for that gun, for which I used the default belt, by the way, and it holds also 4 50 cals in the nose with 500 rounds per gun, which is also excellent. It is a beam of death. It's all pretty close together in the nose, but it is also difficult to aim, and that is one of the main downsides that you have to really get used to if you want to love the P-38s like I do. You gotta spend a good amount of time on it, and you really gotta get used to the lead on it. It's a laser beam, but once you get used to it, it is a laser beam of death or death ray, whatever you want to call it. The roll rate on the plane is pretty good. It is not as good as on the L. The L had boosters that really made the roll rate 190 like, but this one still has good roll rate. Doesn't have the boosters that the L had, and it has decent turn time and pretty good turn time when it's fast. But when you make a few turns, the thing becomes slow and it becomes less maneuverable then. So it is ill-advisable to start turn fighting with planes like the LA7 on medium to low altitudes, because that plane will freaking kill you. So you want to be strict in your boom and zoom roll, keep your speed up, and if you do that, then this plane is virtually untouchable. The plane is also good on all altitudes, so it doesn't lose too much performance on any of the altitudes, which is quite nice, making the plane very strong. It does have some downsides as well. I already spoke about the difficulty to aim if you're not used to that tight beam of fire, and that the top speed in a dive is not too great, and that some planes that have better energy retention can definitely catch up to you in the long run. But the plane also has relatively average maneuverability compared to a lot of the planes that it faces at its battle rating. I mean, you have some dedicated fighters there that are very maneuverable on medium to low altitudes, or on all altitudes like some of the Spitfires, and you definitely want to keep that in mind. Now the plane also is a very big target, and this is really, for me, this is the major downside of this plane, and it becomes more of a downside in the P-38 the higher on battle rating you go, as the armament in the enemies you face improves. I mean, this plane faces from 4.3 to 6.3, and at 6.3 the average armament in a plane is 420 millimeters, Well, this plane holds fuel tanks in the wings and it catches fire easily, and it's also easily to hit. You know, it's a big surface that you can hit, and if you do get hit, the plane, yeah, it doesn't take its damage well on the wings. You do have two big engines. It's very well suited for a head-on, as the midsection really protects the pilot pretty well, and the engines can take a hit or two as well before dying. So, but you gotta be careful, because the target, you're so big, you have extra risks when you take a head-on, for example, in this plane, because it is a large target. Now, also the plane doesn't have the air brakes that the P-38L had, so you got to take that into mind for forcing overshoots, for example. You cannot deploy those, unfortunately. They were very nice on the L, right? Yeah, and the last thing I wanted to mention on this plane that really is important is that it doesn't take high Gs for very long. It doesn't take them very long, so you want to make sure that you use your negative pitch in time when your screen starts to blacken. Otherwise you may lose control regularly in this plane. But all in all, the P-38K is one of my go-to planes at 5.0, 5.3 battle rating for the Americans. It's enjoyable to fly, but it is also a P-38 that I've had some troubles with here and there, because yeah, it's a big target. You do die more often in it. At least that's the feeling I got from it compared to the other P-38s. I do still run some nice kill-death ratios with it, both in AB and in RB. I'm above 3 to 1. But for example, in AB I'm used to much better on average these days. And I couldn't get it higher, because you get shot at a lot in AB, of course, for example. And the big target thing really caught up to me at this battle rate. But oh well, you know, I mean, the more you fly it, the better you do, I guess. You get more careful. I'm also a bit rusty, by the way, in AB. But that's another matter altogether. I play mostly RB now, as you know, of course, which is totally enjoyable and basically caused by the bomber spam that we had after patch 1.59. And this plane really gave me a bit of trouble in AB. So we are on the last target. We killed pretty much everything else. There was a 2-on-2 there at the end, and a nice shuffle with two guys before the Spitfire came back to help me while he was on the airfield. Props to his using an order, by the way, because I was in the clouds and would never have spotted those two guys if there was not an order, which was nice. I could prepare the engagement much better that way, and I got both of them making this a 4-kill match and a win in the end, which it didn't look like this was gonna be a win for a long time, but we got it done eventually. First place in the team. Pretty nice. And let's jump into the arcade match, which starts off with a team killer, and something I cannot really stomach, and I have zero tolerance for this kind of behavior. And this guy doesn't only kill one, he goes after a second person here, and he also shoots that person down. So I'm right above him. We're gonna go in. He tries to roll away, but it is too late for him, and we shoot him out of the sky. I think he was actually going after that other guy there. He was trying to kill a third target. My ally there thanks me for the revenge, of course. Glad to be of service. We have to stop this kind of behavior as we can. Even though, you know, I get a friendly fire thing now, but I doubt it that anybody in this match reported me for that. I doubt it. So here we go for a head-on on the Spit, and we do get that. We did take some damage against the P-38, unfortunately. You don't always get out of these things completely unscathed. But we do hold the higher ground in this area right now, as we have an F6F coming up here. And he seems to be wanting to get his nose up, but he seems to be stalling out a little bit, making it an easy shot for me there. Look at those tickets go. I mean, the bomber spam already ended, right? At least I've been hearing some of my squadron mates saying that I should try more AB again, because the bomber spam is over and the matches take a little longer again. And I've seen it too. I mean, I've seen it too. In the few matches I've flown here and there, the matches take a little bit longer again, and it's not completely 3 to 5 minutes anymore. Which is nice. Here comes the P-38 again. And we miss him again. We immediately go into a turn, but of course I'm a little bit damaged on the right wing, so my thing doesn't give me the stable turn that the P-38s usually give. In AB the thing of course is a little bit more like a UFO, because it gets the boost in performance, which is quite nice. And with the climb rate the plane already has from its base RB performance, that thing is just, it's a rocket in AB. It has fantastic climb rate and you can definitely dominate the high grounds in this thing. That's why I'm also facing another P-38 here on these higher grounds, and Spitfires, which are also great with their climb rate in AB. Shooting that P-38J out of the sky, we have another Spitfire incoming. And we have several other Spitfires there in the background on my right, if you see that. And we go for the head-on. Slightly under a kilometer, I move out of the way. I still get a glancing hit though on my left engine there. But we get another Spitfire out of the way, and that other Spitfire on the right dove down. So we're basically holding the higher grounds alone now. And I was like wrapping my hands together in like, oh, this is gonna be nice. This could be a 15 kill match. And then I looked at the tickets and I was like, holy crap. Holy crap. What is happening? Look at our tickets go. Bloody hell. But yeah, that went pretty quickly. We were looking for some other targets after that guy we shot down there. This Spitfire came up for me. I thought, well, maybe he's a nice target to go for. Of course, I'm on 4,000 meters right now. I don't want to go too low. He turns the other way that I anticipated, so I missed my shot there. There's a 190 on this altitude. I gotta take some more altitude here. The Spitfire also loops over and sits at this altitude as he is speeding up again from his stall. And it looks like we're gonna lose this match actually. The people going for the landing craft and such are just hammering at our ticket, which just isn't at the right angle. I mean, look at that, how fast that went. We do take out that 190 for our 6th kill, but it doesn't count anymore. We get 5 kills officially counted in a pretty quick match, only 8 minutes. We got Survivor, we've got Terror of the Sky. We only have 9,000 Silver Lions due to the minus 11,000 for that friendly kill, 2,000 research points. But it was still worth it. Guys, I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now that was totally worth it to waste some time on that team killer. That behavior should be pressed into the ground under the dirt and just punish those guys for what they're doing, because it's a bad thing to see in the game, you know. People start enthusiastically into their game and you get that kind of behavior. It doesn't only happen in AB, it also happens in RB. But yeah, so I lost a little bit of time there and the match went pretty quickly. 5 kills, got my ace, but the ticket still went pretty quickly. 8-minute match. I hope I get some in my upcoming premium reviews. I hope I get some longer AB matches, let's say. But fantastic plane, totally enjoyable to fly, and great as a boom and zoomer. So it definitely has my recommendation for you to buy if you enjoy the P-38s. If you don't enjoy the P-38s, I would advise you to first check out the regular 3 ones and see if you like them. And if you do, then buy this one, because it is a lovely plane and it gives good rewards. You can definitely unlock some jets with this thing. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.